So again, you get what you pay for. If you're putting all this money, it's so hard for people to realize, but if you're putting all this money into your PC, especially if you're an enthusiast, and you're spending thousands of dollars when it comes to your motherboard and CPUs, you're getting the high-end CPU, quad-core, Intel i5 or i7, and you're getting a big fancy video card, the Radeon 5000 series, or the new GTX 400, even though it sucks. The last thing that you want to skimp on is your power supply. Your power supply is what is providing power to everything in your machine. And the most important components in your machine, power-wise, are the motherboard, specifically the CPU voltage regulation circuitry on your motherboard. You do not want that to have to work harder than it needs to. And your video card. Dirty power can ruin the voltage regulation circuitry on a video card in less than a year. This is something that you don't want. So you want to think about the money that you're spending and spend that extra $100 on a good quality power supply. Again, I recommend Corsair. Any of their power supplies are great. You can't go wrong if you spend money on a Corsair power supply. Again, PC Power and Cooling, although there's a price premium involved, they are the best of the best. I don't recommend you buy Intermax. A lot of people like Intermax. Intermax power supplies are, although they do make their own power supplies, they're hit and miss quality wise, and their customer service department sucks. Who was it? Intermax has left a sour taste in my mouth for many, many years now. It was about 10 years ago that Steve, God, I can't remember his last name now, Steve Lynch from HardOCP.com had built a PC for one of his fundraisers, or I forget what he used to do, but he would give away a computer and give the money to charity or something like that. I forget how it went. But he had built this real nice system with an Intermax power supply in it, and he got it all put together, turned it on, the Intermax power supply went kaboom, and took almost every single component in the computer with it. And Intermax wouldn't help him at all, just said, you're shit out of luck, basically. Pardon my French. But ever since then, I have, not wanted to deal with them, and the power supplies that I have used from them, every once in a while I get a client that insists on using Intermax, and the power supplies that I have seen from them are poor build quality at best, and I just do not recommend them. So again, Corsair, PC Power and Cooling, spend the money on a good power supply. That's what I have to say. That's my message for these 2 or 3-parter YouTube video. Spend the money on a good power supply. You will not regret it. Whether it's grandma's computer, whether it's mom's web surfing machine, or whether it's your power rig, spend the money on a good power supply. Over and out.